heal the world. Hey guys, it's Chris, and in today's video, I'm talking about Marvel's Spider-Man 2 blockbuster story. Today's video is sponsored by Raise Energy by Rep Sports. Use my coupon code, you'll get 15% off on all items on the website. Demand more, be more. Also, I got a new haircut, so let me know what you think. A new fresh cut. Let's get into it. Peter starts his new job as a physics teacher. Peter and Miles are interrupted by Flint Marko, aka Sandman. This fight is the first boss fight of the game, so it lets you get like the gist of the mechanics. You know, you learn the moves, the combos, how to web swing. So the first boss fight really lets you get used to the controls. This boss fight is exhilarating and definitely sets the stages for future boss fights. Like, if the first boss fight is going to be a banger, you know that quite a few of the other ones are going to be a banger. So this boss fight definitely sets that stage for that. And out of all the boss fights you do so far in the main story, Sandman is one of my favorite. After you defeat Sandman, there's sand all over the city for a while because, he makes a massive sand giant, these sand tornadoes. So I do like that, the small details like that. Peter is fired and he returns to his Aunt May's house in Queens. He moved into Aunt May's house after she died at the end of the last game, Marvel Spider-Man PS4. Mary Jane and Peter are surprised by Harry, and Harry offers Peter a job so they can heal the world. Peter learns while investigating Kraven that Kraven's hunting down supervillains for sport. Kraven's already killed Electro and Vulture, and he kills Scorpion on screen. So once Kraven captures Scorpion, Scorpion jumps out of the sand and stabs Kraven. Kraven pulls out Scorpion's tail, rips off the top, and stabs Scorpion with his own stinger from his tail and kills Scorpion. The game doesn't tell you that he kills Vulture and Electro, but it's definitely implied that if he's killing all these supervillains for sport, he's already killed those guys. And I really like how he kills Scorpion on screen. Kraven wants to hunt Black Cat, so Miles helps Black Cat escape to Paris. So Peter doesn't really want to associate with Black Cat because that's his ex. So Miles is like, I'll help her escape to Paris. So Black Cat sneaks into the Sanctum Sanctorum, steals a magic wand, and uses all these portals to get away from Miles. But once Miles tells her, I'm here to help you. I just want you to get out of New York City. I'm trying to help you. Miles is chasing her through all these portals. He's web zipping through all these portals. So it's a very magic-filled sequence. And I do like how they reference Doctor Strange. Like portals, Doctor Strange portals. Like that's definitely a reference to Doctor Strange. And I like because the Sanctum Sanctorum was in the first game and they actually do something with it in the second one. Like I said, it's a very magic-filled sequence. And Miles does help Black Cat escape to Paris. On Coney Island, Peter, Harry, and Mary Jane are having fun at the amusement park, or the carnival, whatever you want to say. And yes, you can ride the rides on Coney Island. You can ride all of them, the roller coasters, you can ride them all. The hunters arrive to capture Tombstone, and one of them accidentally crashes right into this massive red tower, and this big red tower crashes right into the roller coaster, causing a derailment. And this sequence just reminded me so much of Final Destination 3, because in that movie, there's a roller coaster derailment. So imagine this sequence, but with Spider-Man. Like a roller coaster derails, and Spider-Man has to save citizens so they don't fall to their death. And this sequence just gave me so much Final Destination 3 vibes. Like, just the whole roller coaster derailment is just a good action sequence, and it's one of my favorite. I really like the Sandman fight, the Coney Island sequence, and then the Venom boss fight at the end. But I just love how it's a derailment, but with Spider-Man. So it gave me a lot of Final Destination 3 vibes. Peter can't handle the pressure of the tower, like literally crushing onto him, because he's trying to hold it back while he's holding these cars up so these citizens don't fall to their death. And Harry steps in to give him a hand. This is where Peter learns that Harry has the symbiote. And this is also where Harry learns Peter Parker is Spider-Man. I predicted that Harry has the symbiote and he's gonna be Venom, and this scene proves it right. Like, yes, Harry does have the symbiote. Tombstone is captured by the hunters. Peter infiltrates the steel factory to rescue Tombstone. Peter deals with all the hunters outside, but Harry provides support once Peter gets inside. And once you're inside, you gotta fight hunters, you gotta fight robot dogs. And another thing I like is that it's not just like a regular symbiote over Harry, it's actually Agent Venom, which is another design of Venom, which I do like, because, you know, you got anti-Venom, regular Venom, Agent Venom. So in this mission, Harry is Agent Venom, which I do like. Doesn't have the white spider logo yet. Once you rescue Tombstone, there's rising lava, and Harry and Peter literally have to sprint and web zip out of this crumbling steel factory. There's lava everywhere. At the end, you do rescue Tombstone, but the reason why I point out this mission is because at the end, Harry touches Peter, and that's how Harry gains the white spider logo on his chest. Because when the symbiote touches Peter Parker, Spider-Man, he gains the white spider logo. Oh, Venom has the white spider logo. Yeah, because early in the game, when the symbiote touches Peter, that's how he gained the white spider logo. Mary Jane infiltrates an abandoned zoo looking for Dr. Connors. And it's an MJ stealth sequence, which they did have in the first game, but I really didn't mind the stealth sequences. I think it switches up gameplay, so you're not just always fighting all the time. I like how they switch up the gameplay, and I don't mind her stealth missions. Especially this one where it's like through an abandoned zoo, there's hunters everywhere, and you gotta hide in the bushes, and you gotta throw decoys, so I don't mind the stealth sequences. Kraven injects Dr. Connors with the lizard serum, and Dr. Connors turns into the lizard. The lizard escapes. Kraven grabs Spider-Man, stabs him right in his lower abdomen, and technically kills Peter Parker for a minute. So if Harry wasn't there with the symbiote, Peter would have died. But because Harry was there, the symbiote bonded with Peter Parker, and that's when you get the black suit or the symbiote suit. So, Harry's like, no, thinking he lost his best friend, but because the symbiote bond with him, that's what saved Peter Parker's life. And after this mission, you do get the black suit, and it's awesome. I just love how it's clean. It's got the white spider logo. They made the black suit or the symbiote suit look so good. And I like how later through the game, they make it where it's more muscular, more like slimy, more Venom-like. So I really do like the black suit. And once you get the black suit, you're going to be like, I don't want to use any other suit. This suit is awesome. My only complaint with the black suit is you don't really get it until like 10, 11, 12 hours into the game. So don't expect, oh, I'm going to do the first mission and I'm going to get the black suit. No, it definitely builds it up, then you get the black suit. Peter confronts Kraven with his new powers, and Kraven vows to hunt Spider-Man personally. Peter Parker's Spider-Man. Harry and Peter make the antidote for Dr. Connors. Peter tracks down Dr. Connors with the help of Miles and eventually fights the lizard and cures Dr. Connors. Dr. Connors reveals to Peter Parker that the symbiote is an alien. It's from outer space. Because back in the day, the symbiote crash landed into the city in a meteor. Because, just like in the Spider-Man 3, it crash landed into the city from a meteor. Dr. Connor finds the meteor and finds the symbiote, and he gets by it, and the symbiote grabs his arm, Dr. Connors, and Dr. Connors is like, just shoot it off, shoot it off, shoot it off. So we actually learn how Dr. Connors loses his arm in this universe. It was because of the symbiote. He was one of the first ones that found it slithering out of the rock, slithering out of the meteor. So I do like that, how they actually explain what happened to his arm in this universe. Dr. Connor explains to Peter that you have to destroy it, but he refuses. Dr. Connors is like, it chose you. And it's like, Peter's like, I know it chose me because I'm not going to destroy it. Peter's symbiotic with the symbiote, so that's why he refuses to destroy it. It's like, no, I'm not going to destroy it. This is giving me all this power. I'm not going to destroy it. So Peter refuses to destroy the symbiote. Kraven captures Miles and forces Miles to fight Martin Lee to the death. Overcoming his anger for Martin Lee, Miles helps Lee escape and tells him to find Peter Parker. Peter Parker shows up to help Miles and rescue Lee, but he nearly almost kills Kraven, and that's when Miles steps in. After this scene, we definitely can tell that the symbiote has drastically changed Peter Parker's personality for the worse. Like, he's more brooding, more evil, more Venom-like, and this scene definitely shows it. I mean, Peter was literally gonna kill Kraven. He was gonna snap his neck. He was pulling up with the tentacles around his neck, and it's like Miles had to intervene. And I won't say too much what happens after this boss fight, or what happens after this moment, because there is a pretty cool boss fight with Miles versus symbiote Spider-Man. So I'm not gonna go too much into that, but it's a really good boss fight. Not one of my favorite, but it is a good boss fight. And like I said, this scene just perfectly shows that the symbiote has drastically changed Peter's personality. Miles tells Peter to remove the symbiote. Peter goes to Oscorp to destroy the symbiote, but Harry intervenes. Harry's there and he puts his hand down to the ground and the symbiote comes up on into Harry, and you think it's just going to be Harry with the symbiote suit, but this is when Harry becomes Venom. We finally get to see Venom in the final act, and it was so worth it. And this is a mission you actually get to play as Venom, and it's badass, dude. If they make a spin-off game with Venom, I'll be 100% there. And this mission was just fun. Venom charging through Oscorp, destroying it. Venom obliterating Oscorp guards, just grabbing them, swinging them around, grab one, break one, right in his mouth, breaks their backs. And once Venom gets outside, he destroys one of Hunter's drop ships, you know, in the trailer. And then he hits the ground. Like, this mission was just badass. I'm so glad they actually let you play as Venom in a Spider-Man game. Kraven shows up, and Kraven wants to fight Venom. Venom overpowers Kraven and kills him. So Venom's just holding Kraven like, yup, nothing. And then Venom grabs him by the side, and Venom decapitates Kraven with one bite. And yes, there is blood. You do get to see blood. It is a teen game, but there is blood. You do get to see Kraven's body with no head. So it was just like, wow, I couldn't believe that Venom decapitated Kraven with one bite. Instantly when I saw that, I was thinking, fatality. Venom wins. Harry/Venom wants to heal the world with symbiotes, starting with New York City, which is actually the same plot point in Web of Shadows. In Web of Shadows, Venom wants to turn the whole world into symbiotes, starting with New York City. So they definitely got that story beat from Web of Shadows. Venom grabs Mary Jane's and turns Mary Jane into Scream. Scream is the yellow symbiote and actually one of Venom's sisters. Fun fact, if you didn't know that, Scream is one of Venom's sisters. Peter has to fight Scream, which I won't go too much into the fight because I don't want to spoil anything, but you know, it just happens in a construction site. It's kind of like a brief cameo. You don't really see the Scream symbiote that much, but I'm glad they included another symbiote because like I said, you got Agent Venom, you got Anti-Venom, you got regular Venom, and then you got Scream, which is another symbiote. So I really do like that, even if it's just a brief cameo. You know, you don't see her for very long. And Peter does break Mary Jane of the symbiote. Peter learns he has a fragment of the Venom symbiote inside him. Miles and Lee helps him tame it and convert it to Anti-Venom. If you don't know what Anti-Venom is, Anti-Venom can essentially destroy any other symbiotes, including Venom. Anti-Venom is essentially a white Venom with the black spider logo. So they essentially switch the colors because Venom is black with the white spider logo and then Anti-Venom's white with the black spider logo. So I do like that. Like I said, I like how they include different versions of Venom. Venom steals the meteorite that brought him to Earth so he can enhance his powers and accelerate the invasion. Peter and Miles distracts Venom so Mary Jane can destroy the meteorite. Now, the Venom boss fight is actually very hard. I died quite a few times during this boss fight. In the first two stages, or his first 2 health bars, you fight him as Peter, and then the last 2 stages, or the last 2 health bars, you fight him as Miles. And it's just a very hard boss fight. And if I had to have a complaint, it would be that you don't see Venom enough. I just don't like how you don't see Venom until the final act. But his boss fight is action-packed. Mary Jane destroys the meteorite and kills all of Venom's offsprings, which is all the citizens that had the symbiotes on them. She kills them all. They actually use the particle accelerator to destroy the meteorite. Blow it right up. kills all the tentacles all around the city, destroys everything. Peter uses anti-venom suit to destroy Venom. Now, at the end of this game, they do destroy Venom. Like, Venom does die. He's no more. Like, the Venom symbiote is gone. And that ending is just very emotional because you think Harry actually dies, but he doesn't. In the end, Harry is saved, but he's comatose. He's back to where he was in the first one. He's back laying in the hospital bed. He's comatose. Like, he's not dead, but he's not going anywhere anytime soon. Norman Osborn orders the G serum to be used on him. And if you know anything of the Spider-Man lore, you know the G serum is the Goblin serum. So you know that Norman Osborn is going to be in the third game. Or if they did like a DLC for this game, they could put him in that. But I think they're saving him for the third game. And this ending teases Green Goblin. Like, what else would he turn into if he takes the G serum? Green Goblin. Norman Osborn has lost his wife, and now his son is comatose. It's like, yeah, he's definitely going to be Green Goblin in the next one. I think Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man game to date, and this story backs up my opinion perfectly. It has big set pieces, it has emotional beats, so it's got everything you would expect from a Spider-Man story and more. Fun fact, Sony Interactive Entertainment and Insomniac Games revealed on their social media account that Marvel Spider-Man 2 has sold 2.5 million units in the first 24 hours, including physical and digital releases. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is the fast-selling PlayStation Studio title to date. Alright, that was just me talking about Marvel Spider-Man 2. If you can obviously tell by the video, I was very excited about this game, and this story was just amazing. No pun intended. It was just a great game. I really enjoyed it, and I do plan on doing a future video talking about the open world, the side activities, the collectibles, the Easter eggs that I saw. So, this isn't going to be the only Marvel Spider-Man 2 video I'm doing. So, this is just me talking about the story, what I liked, the emotional beats, the set pieces, the boss fights. So, I didn't say that it's the best Spider-Man game to date and then not back up my reason why I think it's the best one. And this is just the physical, if you ever seen it, this is just the physical version. There's the game launch edition. I still got it sealed because I did buy it digitally, so I figured I didn't have to open the physical media, so I just downloaded it digitally. But that's it. Be greater together. And of course, the other one, really good one. The only complaint, I just wish you got trophies, but Web of Shadows, another great Spider-Man game, has the symbiote suit, so they took some inspiration from Web of Shadows, 100%. And Web of Shadows, Venom, also has the white spider logo on his chest. So they definitely took a lot of things from Web of Shadows. Hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Peace.